Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next session of From Nothing, Tam's story. We are going to pick up, not right where we left off, the morning after, as you finished off in the evening assisting at the physicary. So, as you awaken, it is a Thursday that you are awakening on, so it is during the week. So you wake up on time, I imagine.
Yes.
You go and get yourself some breakfast.
Breakfast, yes.
Okay. Do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a D100.
I will do so. 60, even.
60. Okay. Let me... Oh, these people are not all here. Hold on. Okay. As you arrive in the mess hall to get yourself something to eat, go ahead and roll me a D10.
Ooh. What is this? What is this that is happening? Three.
Okay. As you have collected yourself something to eat, which today, it seems, we'll find out how good it is for you. Breakfast today is, it's something simple. As you gain 4 temporary hit points, you are provided with eggs and bacon, which
Love
is
that.
straightforward, filling enough.
Yes, absolutely.
And as you're sitting down and eating, I don't know if you've met this character or not. A halfling sits across from you. A halfling wizard.
I have met this character. This is, but it was a K, I think, right?
Callie Toothspring.
Two-Spring. We met real briefly in like episode 3 or 4. He was gonna talk to Tabernac.
That's
And I
right.
think he met the 2 wizard students then, and
That's
they
right.
had a nice moment where he was like, I don't truck with magic that blows up. That's like some stuff that's really cool. And she's like, yeah, I like you. You're cool.
Callie
I was,
Toothspring is eating breakfast and looks up as you sit down with your own. Oh, hello.
Hi.
It's
Good
been a
morning,
while.
huh? Yeah,
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
so
bit.
far. How are you doing?
Hanging in there. Things are a little weird, but I guess that's maybe normal here.
Around here, yeah, I'd say so.
Is it maybe more normal for the wizard classroom? I imagine lots of weird stuff happens. I mean, your instructor is a dragon, and that can't just be like that. Most people, that's probably pretty weird for most people.
He's very easygoing. For the most time while he's teaching, he's not in dragon form, so it's not so awkward.
Okay,
Usually,
so
he kind of looks like a friendly old man, honestly, whenever he's teaching up on the actual library. But it usually gets weird whenever we're talking about extraplanar sorts of things.
yeah, I don't know a lot about that, but that seems fascinating, but strange.
It can be. It can be very odd, especially when we're talking about the things where strange things come from, like the Far Realm or the Shadowfell.
But what now?
Aye, it's a. Never mind. Don't worry about it. It'll take a minute.
Oh, yeah, I'm probably not smart enough. Hey, so are you making your own spells in that class?
Of course.
What kind of spells did you make?
Well, you see, she kind of like rubs her hands together and sits up a little more straight. I have one that you choose a spot, and after a certain amount of time, when you're ready, that spot explodes.
I love it. That's so you.
It's very useful. You can set traps with it. It's very handy.
I bet. I bet. Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with your stuff. Might lose a hand.
Oh no, it's nothing like that. It's not. What you're thinking of is a ward, a warding
Oh,
glyph, and those are truly deadly. My spell's more of a little trick where you can surprise someone. It does a little bit of, it burns them, but it also distracts them and makes it easier for to get a real haymaker in, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, so like it's like a little, like just a little pop, just a little couple of pops.
Aye, sure. It's all a matter of perspective.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, anything is. I think it seems like it would be a little pop compared to like, you know, setting a whole like place on fire. It's yeah,
Oh,
different.
aye.
I do something like that too, actually, kind of, but without the fire.
Oh? Like what?
Yeah, I learned to do a thing where I can do like a distraction on my fiddle. See, I have I'm a bard. I think we talked. I'm a bard. Um, and I can play fiddle in such a way that the other person or me it kind of distracts the other thing a little bit, so everyone is a little bit more protected.
Oh, that sounds very handy.
It is very handy. Yeah, it's come in useful already.
I. Well, if we ever are fighting on the same side, I look forward to having that at my advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you done a lot of fighting in the training room?
Oh, some. Every once in a while. It's. To be honest with you, I've been focusing a bit more on my studies than on anything for the fall festival, but whenever they ask me if I'm willing, I'd never say no to a fight.
I mean, it seems about kind of why we're here, huh?
So far, aye. I do hope to be a mercenary, so I have to show that I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty.
Yeah, that's the hard part for me, I think. I
Getting
like
your hands
learning.
dirty?
Like I like learning the music. That's my favorite part.
I see. Well, you can always make music based on the stories of fights you have, or of people
That
you've met.
that's the plan. I've done that a little bit too. It's good. It's nice.
Well, I do intend to become the best evocation wizard this academy's ever set out, so I can't slouch, especially not when they're asking me to volunteer.
Of course not. And you're gonna be great.
Whenever Parsh rings my ear saying that someone wants to fight, I'll put anything down to get down there as soon as possible.
Yeah?
Of course.
Huh. Well, maybe I'll see you in there then. I was thinking maybe we've been doing a lot of fights against the the construct thingies that they make. But I was thinking it would be good to kind of spar with some other people. So,
Oh, in that case, best of luck.
yeah,
If
right?
you're against me, I'll try to blow you up.
I'm sure you will. I'll be watching out. I'll be watching out.
Then, if in that case we end up fighting each other, may the best halfling win.
That's very clever. That's very clever. Halfling or tiefling. How about this? May the best ling win, since we're both that. That's maybe
I
more fair.
think I prefer it my way, but we'll say league. That's fine.
He holds out a hand to shake. But friends regardless,
Of
if we
course.
fight.
No hard
Yeah,
feelings.
good. Good, good.
Callie does shake your hand.
Excellent. Good energy. Good energy all around.
And so, as you're having this conversation, Callie suddenly glances at the wall clock and she says, "Oh, we're gonna be late. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I'm off to class."
Yeah, go, go, go. Go be the best evocation wizard the place has ever seen. Bye.
She waves as she runs out of the room.
Tam will take this as a cue to also get to class.
Okay. As you head to the Bard classroom, the class is just being set up, and Tally smiles at you as you enter. Uh, Nora was actually behind you this time. She follows you into the room. Tally smiles and says, "There you are, Tam.
Here I am.
So, are you joining us today for class, or are you out in the training room again?"
Oh, well, I was kind of thinking about doing the training room, but what is there for class? What would I be missing?
She blinks and looks at you. Practice?
Mm-hmm.
Was there... I'm sorry, do I have to go into more depth than that? I don't have my curriculum in front of me.
No, no, I just wondered. There was that one day that I designed a spell, and I would have been sad to have missed that. So I just wanted to make sure
Oh,
that.
that's on your own... That's based on where you are in your progress. So you can't miss the day where you make a spell when it's your day to make the
Okay.
spell.
Okay, well, I feel bad for not having been here. So can I propose that maybe I play something for you so you know that I've been practicing on my own time outside of class, and then I can go to the training room?
You could just go to the training room. You don't have to put on a guilt show.
It's not a guilt show. I feel bad for not doing my homework.
There is no homework. You think I, Tally Soothsinger, the most interesting bard in this school, would make you do homework?
No, right?
No,
No?
absolutely not. There's a time for work and there's a time to relax. You don't get the two crossed. It's important.
I'm not good at relaxing, but okay.
Clearly.
Okay. Okay. I resolve to not do my homework.
I have not assigned you any homework.
My parents were really big into homework.
I don't like them.
They're a little difficult to deal with.
I'll see.
It's difficult. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna learn to not do my homework. I will learn to not have homework.
No. Okay, listen to me, all right? As your bard instructor, as your teacher, I, Tally Soothsinger, the best bard in this whole school, want you to understand.
And also the city.
Don't butter me up.
There aren't very many bards in this school, Tally. You're obviously the best city. Keep going.
There is an important difference between when we work and when we play. You can't do any work that's worthwhile if you're stressed out while you're playing. I know you know that's true. Because you just spent a whole week worrying your fucking head off about something that was out of your control.
Yeah, okay.
So, when you're here, your head's in the books, your fingers are on the strings, and you're working. When you're not here, you're relaxing. You're letting all that stress wash away and you're forgetting about it. If you need alcohol to do it, that's fine.
But not too much.
Who said that?
You said that to me.
When?
Like 3 days ago. You were like, Tam, if bad things happen, you gotta like have other coping mechanisms.
Well, that's different. That's different. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about play, okay? When you're having a good time, it's letting loose. You're letting all that stress go. It's not coping with horrible tragedy. It's just relaxing. If you need to drink to the point where you can't think to relax, then there's more going on than just being stressed out from work. So we'll talk about that if that's the case.
Okay. I'm fine. I'm good.
I think you might be hanging out with Sigona too much, to be honest.
What? Why would I be hanging? She's my friend. What's wrong with Sigona?
She's a dwarf and she drinks a lot. That's all I was thinking.
Well, yes. I tried to have her drink less, and then we just ate a thing. We drank a thing called Tridonian Boju, and we didn't drink very much of it.
No, you don't need to. That shit will knock you out.
Yeah, well, she kind of tricked me. She was very smart, because I was like, why don't we drink not very much? And she was like, okay, we will drink not very much. But then somehow we ended up drinking pretty much the same amount that we always drink.
Never let a dwarf decide the terms of a drinking competition, because it will always end badly for you.
Yeah.
I've forgotten many things because of that.
At least I learned this in school and not before a real fight.
She pulls the red strap of her tank top to the side, and you see there is a tattoo. What language do you speak?
Celestial, Common, Elvish, Infernal, Primordial.
Elvish. In Elvish, the tattoo says, "Never let a dwarf decide the terms of a drinking competition."
I had seen that before.
You never asked.
I never asked, and that's good wisdom. It's good wisdom.
So it is.
Okay. It is good wisdom, and I know it for real. And I'm gonna go work, and then I'm gonna try to play.
Good. No try. Just play. What do you mean try? Just relax.
They're okay.
Go do things that are fun. But first, work.
Yes. Work first. Yes. Okay. Hi, Ethan. Guidance.
Yitran. Yeah, thank you. As he accepts it and continues his practice.
Hi, Nore. Hi, Nore.
She holds up a hand in a wave.
He jets off to the training room.
Okay, so, as is always, you arrive back at the Merigard front.
He also feels terribly guilty about lying to his instructor because he absolutely is going to do this, and then he's going to go help Zurich.
Yeah, I knew that. Tally didn't know that.
Yeah, he is. But there's no. There was a moment he was like, I could tell her, nope, I'm not gonna just nope.
Okay.
But it did. I did not.
As you arrive at the Merigard front, you find Persh at the front desk, and he looks up as you enter. Good morning, Tom.
Morning, Persh.
How are you today?
Good. May I please see if my team is available to spar against another team?
You're looking for the scrimmage.
Yes, please.
All right, let me see who's available.
Thank you.
Over the next few minutes, he summons your team, who arrive one at a time. As they enter the room, some of them look more rested than others. Some of them look more eager than others. It looks as though Sigona looks like she hasn't slept very well.
Oh, Sigona, what's wrong?
I had a rough night. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
A rough night, like because of Did
I said
you know?
don't worry about it.
Did you know that Tally has a tattoo literally on her body that says, "Don't let a dwarf decide the terms of a drinking contest"?
Well, she's right.
She is. I've learned that she's right, and I thought it would amuse you.
It does. And you see that she is grinning as she says that. All right. I need you to roll me a D10.
A D10? Nope, that is a D12, sorry. I cannot figure out how to not roll a die once I put it in the thing. 1.
Okay. Roll me a D2.
Oh, wow. Slash D2, right?
Yeah.
Nope, I did that wrong.
Slash R space D2. Sorry.
Oh, slash R first. Slash R. Space D2. 2.
Okay. Your first opponent is a caster, and it is Hallowell Halatheth.
Oh, I met this guy too. I gave him a candy.
He is summoned by Persh, entering the foyer. Roll me another D10, please.
Mm-hmm. 5.
Roll me a D2. Slash R.
Slash R. Sorry. What?
Okay.
Who is it?
Interesting. Hallowell Halatheth is joined by a pale tiefling fighter.
Oh, I don't know.
Lilith.
I think I've met Lilith, but like it was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. You very briefly met her, I believe. Okay. Another D10, please.
Another D10.
And a D2.
See if I can do it right this time. I did. 1.
Okay. Okay. Next, a green dragonborn enters the room.
Oh, is this one of the clerics?
This is a druid.
True.
The only druid student, Saskia.
Oh, I
You've
think
met
I met
her.
her.
Okay, roll me another d10.
We'll wave merrily at Saskia.
She'll widely smile with a very toothy grin and wave back. 10. Okay. Alright.
Another D2?
Yes. No, it's not a D2. This one has to be this person. Because of how far down it is. Stoic. The Goliath Paladin.
Oh, I think I saw him.
You've
when
seen him. I don't think you've spoken to
Yeah.
him.
I saw him when Sagona was like showing me the route, and we went into the paladin classroom. And I think Stoic was the one that came in, and I
Yep.
had to hide from him.
That is him. You see him now.
He's gonna like try to elbow Sagona in the side, and then realize that he doesn't know where she is.
You mean Skolna?
Oh, Skolna. I do that all the time. I'm sorry.
Skolna's
sorry.
there. Skolna's next to you. She's not hiding right now.
Okay. Good.
But she will nod at you. And lastly, one more D10.
One more detail.
Another 10. Okay, I need you to reroll, because that's
Reroll?
Stoic again.
There's only one. Oh, sorry. That's a D8.
6. No, that's an 8.
No,
5. Okay.
5.
Now I need a D1, a D2.
One.
A familiar face appears. Very familiar. As Nore
Oh my god.
enters the room, and she sees you, and she just smiles. As that team assembles, Stoic turns to them and
visibly intimidated.
says... Stoic turns to his team, and he says, I am pleased that you have all made it. It looks like we have a scrimmage on our hands, yes? And they all kind of nod in assent. Stoic is their team leader. And as Persh looks between the two of you, he says, all right, everyone. You know the rules for a scrimmage, yes?
No hurting each other too badly, and also we're all friends at the end?
That's the sum of it, yes. You will all be allowed 5 minutes to prepare within the training room, during which the curtain will divide the room down the middle. Once you are ready, or if you're not, after 5 minutes have passed, the curtain will vanish and the fight will begin. The last team with a member standing is the winner. I remind you, no executions. If a revivify is needed to be cast, the one who did the executing is immediately expelled. We do not need anyone trying to kill each other for real in our training room. Now, if all of you would not mind, follow me. And he begins to head into the training room. Let me go ahead and pull all of these individuals in. Stoic. Lilith. Okay. As you are pulled into the training room, and Persh organizes all of you into your two different groups, the portcullis closes. And the curtain seems to grow out of the sand until it closes off the entire side of the room. Hiram looks at you and says, all right, what's the plan?
Okay, Tanis, you start making those barriers. I think that you and me and Skolna should stick behind those barriers as much as possible, and kind of be at the back. I think we got to target Skulna, especially you, I think we got to target, um, gosh, what's his name? Wizard student.
Hallowell.
Callaway. Yeah, Hollowell
All
first.
right. Sigona
Um,
nods.
I think the way that I don't know him very well, but the way that he was talking makes me think he's pretty powerful. Um, Everybody be real careful of getting close to Nore because she's real good with those swords. And she can do the thing that I can do and kind of juice up her teammates. And I've sparred with her. She's not an easy opponent. So I think people that are like hardier, so like Hiram, I think maybe you could probably manage. But I think the rest of us should try to stay clear.
They nod.
Um, yeah, I think I don't know too much about the other ones. Anybody else have any ideas?
Hiram says, I've fought Lilith before. She's very fast. I might need some help getting her pinned down if someone else can be in close with me.
Okay, Hiram and Sagona, that flanking thing that we were doing a couple of battles ago was really effective. Um, so maybe Hiram, do you want to try to draw them out, and then Sagona, you can come in and flank, or the other way
Uh,
around?
Sigona says, wait, you want me to do what? I'm sorry. That doesn't make sense to me. You want me to? How am I going to draw them out?
I mean, like if we're all hiding and one of us is kind of out in the open, maybe Hiram should be that person. But if you could be close to him, like close enough to come around and kind of take up the opposite position, maybe.
Oh, okay. Sure. Sure. We can try that.
Just don't stray too far. That's all I'm saying.
Got it. Yeah, I'm sure I can manage that.
And I'm gonna try to be close to either of you, because I can do my deflection thing if I'm close enough.
You hear, like, just basically nods of assent. And Taunus says, I do have some old traps I can use. Do you have any?
Yeah?
Maybe I could try and set another grace trap beneath their fighters.
Yes, perfect. That worked so well the last time. Actually, I have something that could draw them out, maybe. But it would mean that I wouldn't be able to heal and deflect as much. We could try, I could try to have me right here where I am, but as an image of me. Maybe that would confuse them?
It
Not real,
might,
not
unless they
real,
see through it.
unless they see through it. I'm not real great at it yet. Maybe that's something to keep in mind for the future. Hiram, I think you're maybe our best bet. Is that okay?
So you want me as bait?
Basically.
Yeah, I can do that.
You okay with that?
Why do you think I carry a shield?
That's what I thought. Everyone was having a real hard time hitting me before. Okay, I'm gonna come around this way. And then, let's see. Sagona, you can kind of come maybe behind this block over here and be near Hiram. And then Taunus, you go on the other side, and then Skullnut, you can go wherever you want. You're the best at hiding.
She nods. She will take cover over here and stealth, which I'm going to roll for her now.
I will roll stealth for Tam too. It's not bad. That's a 20.
Okay. You and Skona are hiding.
Okay. I think we're ready for initiative. Or at least Tam is, maybe.
Okay. One moment.
And I think you also rolled a 3 last time. So, still terrible on initiative. That's fine.
All right. So let's go ahead and roll initiative for your team. You rolled a what? A 7. Okay.
7.
Let me update you.
He was too busy trying to hide.
And then Taunus, Skona, and Sagona. Oh man, your team's initiative is awful this time around.
We're in trouble.
All right. I will roll for them. Yeah. Okay.
No, is this fight over before it begins?
It's not a good start. I'll say that.
Cool.
It is not a good start for you guys,
I
unfortunately.
was gonna, I was gonna say, I'm like, oh yeah, Cam would have clava at breakfast because he always does, and I forgot to declare it, so no initiative advantage. It's okay. We're gonna get our asses kicked. That's good for us.
It. One moment, please. It's definitely, okay. It's definitely not the best start I've ever seen, I'll say that. As the curtain goes down. Roll me a perception check, please.
Okay, that's an interesting start. Natural 20. Tam is working on that alert feat. He's trying.
Okay. Then no one is hidden from you.
Okay.
Let me remove this curtain. The curtain falls away, and you see the enemy team has 2 large blocks made of the sand that are raised up fairly tall, above head height, about 10 feet high. And you do see that Stoic and Lilith are based around the center block, but behind them is the prowling of a huge snow creature. Looks like a crag
Druid.
cat.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't take you long to figure out that is probably the druid. And as the fight begins, unfortunately, Nore goes first.
Of course she fucking does.
Nore steps out from behind her cover, and as she strums a quick beat, she takes a measure over your party. And when she looks at Hiram, she says, "You are so much armor. What could you be hiding from? Looks like a big coward to me." And that's Tasha's hideous laughter is what she's casting.
Oh, that sounded like mockery, but that makes sense to me for Nore.
Yeah, she thinks it's funny. Nore rolled it. Not Nore. Hiram rolled a 13, which is a failure. Hiram immediately slumps over prone and begins to laugh. Nore smirks and gives you a quick little salute before ducking
Silvery
back
barb.
behind. What? You silvery barb the salute?
Yep. No, I'm silvery barding Tasha said yes last
That's
room,
not how that
so you
works,
can-
I'm afraid.
It's not? It's not? I thought you could re-roll a save.
Reread it.
Distract a creature, targeting. Oh, it's an
It's if they make an attack.
My bad. Can I retract that? Is that okay?
Yeah, Tam would know how to use the spell.
Yeah. Okay.
You do not. That's fine. You hear Nore say something and grants somebody bardic inspiration. It is now Stoic's turn.
Fuck.
Yep.
Terrible start. Okay.
It's rough. Yeah. Stoic, steps out and looks at the situation. He sees that your party is very much in cover. Well, someone has been practicing their tactics, yes? And he will raise a light crossbow. And he will make an attack on Tanis. Actually, no, it's a javelin. He doesn't have a crossbow, it's a javelin. He throws a javelin at Tanis. Her AC is increased by 2 because of the cover. But he rolled a 24 to hit, which absolutely hits. Tanis takes 6 points of piercing damage. Yeah, she can't even shield it. That's way too high. And then Stoic will dip back and be in half covered from her. It's now Haloth's turn. And he will dip out from around the cover. He has a chance of seeing Skolna. He does not.
Of course he doesn't.
He is going to hold out a hand, and he casts a firebolt. No, he doesn't. He holds an action. He doesn't have a clear target yet, so he is standing there with a spell, just basically waiting to see where it goes. Hiram is laughing, as it's now his turn. Let's see if he saves. No, he does not. It's now Lilith's turn. Lilith, you see this pale tiefling look behind her, nod, and then surge forward extremely fast. She runs here, takes a quick lay of the land. I'm going to roll to see who she goes for. She is going to move here. Now she sees all of you but Skolna. And she
Even
will...
me? 920 to hide?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You are in line of sight.
Okay, gotcha.
So, like, your stealth kept you from being seen for, like, anyone back over here.
I gotcha.
But once they're on line of sight to you, you're in bright light. Like, they see you.
I gotcha.
That's her turn. She takes the dodge action. It is now your turn. She doesn't have anything to do with that information. She just knows you're there.
Do I see... I saw Nore, right? She's in cover?
Right now, she is in full cover from you.
She's in full cover from me. Stoic isn't, and Hallowell isn't.
Correct.
Right?
Stoic, Hallowell, Lilith, and the Crag Cat are all available targets to you. Lilith and Hallowell are in partial cover from you.
Lilith and Hallowell are in partial cover from me. Okay. I'm going to take a crossbow shot at Hallowell.
Okay. So you will have to move to get a clear shot.
Yeah, that makes sense. Here, up next to...
That will do it.
Up next to Stoic.
That does trigger Hallowell's held action.
I figured his held action was to wait for a target.
Yes. He hurls a firebolt at you. Does a 15 hit?
It does. It's exactly my AC.
Okay. You take 8 points of fire damage.
Let's hope I can hit back at him.
I have faith in you, probably.
That is a 19. That's a 19 for 24, which I
Yes, that's super hits. Yeah, he can't even shield that.
I hit him for 7.
Okay. The arrow hits him, and it looks like it hurt because he's a wizard and doesn't have that much HP.
You got it. You got this, Stoic. You got it. Come on, get up. Help us.
Oh, you're talking to Hiram?
Hiram, sorry. I'm sorry. They're both in armor.
They are both in armor.
They are both in armor. Stoic. Hiram, I give Bardic to Hiram so you can shake off.
Okay.
You can shake off. And I'm going to yell to my teammates, if you can get Nore, get Nore.
Behind you, Sagona says, "Hi. Let's see if we can find her."
Cool. He'll point her out like she's in cover, but he wants, if they can go after her, that's what he wants.
Noted.
If it's possible. If it's possible.
You have given the order of your team to try and focus Nore.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. It's now Skolna's turn. Skolna will dip this way and use her short bow to get a sneak attack on Nore, as she heard you. She makes an attack with advantage. That is an 18 to hit.
Excellent.
I'm going to give Nore a chance to see it coming. She rolled a 21 perception.
God damn it!
She shields. Right before the arrow hits her, Nore throws a shield up and protects herself from the very dangerous arrow coming from Skolna.
Nora can shield? I thought that was a wizard spell. That's rad.
Nope, you can do it as a bard. Or at least she can. As Skolna runs back behind the cover, she will bonus action hide as she dives into this spot. It's a really bad roll. Oh no. Okay, so for the first time, you see Skolna seem to choke a little bit as she ducks behind cover. She stumbles on her own tail, and she like slams up against the sand block. It's the first time you've seen her fuck up. It's now Taunus' turn. Taunus will... Okay, here's what she's going to do. She sees that Lilith is right here, and she doesn't like how close she is. Taunus is going to reach into her, like, fighting tunic, pulls out a lead ball, and throws it onto the ground, and flings her ring forward, hurtling it with a catapult spell. And I will demand a dexterity save from Lilith, who has taken the dodge action, but that does not help with dex saves. She rolls a 12, which is not sufficient. Lilith is going to take a lead bullet to the face. That's 3d8. Lilith takes 13 points of bludgeoning damage as the catapult spell hits. Taunus will then dip back behind her cover, and that's her turn. It's now Sigona's turn. Sigona looks around. Are you hurt? You are a little hurt.
A little bit, but not enough. I shake my head at her.
She nods. She dips to the side, and she raises her hand. Why is Stoic showing name and... Hang on. There we go. Holds out her hand, and a guiding bolt surges across the battlefield. She doesn't see Nore, and the order is to try and get them to come to you guys, so she is hanging back. And the guiding bolt will slam into the crag cat.
Okay.
She rolled a natural 17, which certainly hits. The crag cat takes a huge bolt of radiant energy. Oof. She takes 18 points of radiant damage.
Damn.
And the next attack on the crag cat to hit has advantage.
Okay, great.
It's now Saskia's turn. The crag cat, unhappy at getting blasted, will surge across the battlefield. That's its full move, and will end up in melee next to Hiram. The crag cat is going to use its bite and claw attacks on Hiram, who is prone. So they are advantage. That's a 13 to hit. That's a miss. And now for the claw. That's a 21 to hit, which will hit.
How much is his AC?
20.
Tam's dynamic deflection.
Okay, you make it miss. You manage to distract the crag cat enough that the attack swipes into the sandy block next to him. And the crag cat looks up at you. It's now Nore's turn. I find it kind of funny that this battle is kind of Battle of the Bards. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of love that also. That's excellent.
Nore saw Skolna dive over that way. She's going to run over here and cast a spell. Okay. Right here. Make sure. Okay. I need to roll some dice. That's the wrong dice. Sorry, hold on. I'm controlling a lot of NPCs. Hold on a second.
Yeah, this must be a lot.
Okay. She casts the sleep spell and rolls a 22 for HP. Skolna has 16 hit points. Skolna falls asleep.
Okay.
You then hear Nore say something else, granting bardic inspiration to another individual. It's now Stoic's turn. You hear Stoic shout, "That's our entry! On me!" And he will run up next to Lilith. And as he gets here, he throws a javelin, because he's not in melee yet. Because he's not going to try and throw a javelin at the unconscious, sleeping Skolna. Does a 16 hit Sagona? Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. Dynamic deflection.
You just used it.
Oh no,
You only get one reaction.
Sorry, one reaction. You're right. I'm stressed out.
I understand.
This is going so poorly.
Sometimes that is how it goes, I'm afraid. Oh. The javelin deals 8 piercing damage to Sagona. And that is it for Stoic's turn. It's now Hallowell's turn. Hallowell is reluctant to move up because he is not healthy. He will move here, and he holds out his hands and he says, this! And he raises a wand and a magic missiles out of it. And it's targeting... 2 are targeting Hiram, and 2 are targeting you. Or no, he only gets 3. So 2 are targeting Hiram, 1 are targeting you. So you take...
It's just damage.
Yep, there's nothing to save you from it. Hiram has... Okay, Hiram takes... Sorry, I'm doing math. Hiram takes 10 points of force damage. You take 6.
That ends Tasha's, though, right?
It gives him another chance to save at advantage. That's a 4 and a 3.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He just couldn't save. Okay.
Oh, he hit Nordic, and that's not going to help him.
His total is a 5.
Yeah.
He just couldn't save. It was just so damn funny. It's now Hiram's turn. Hiram is going to try and save. Again. Okay, that's a 12 plus your bardic. What's the bardic, a d6?
D6 at this level, yeah.
Okay, he needs to roll a 3 or better. He rolled a 3. He stops laughing. And he stands up. And he looks at this crag cat in front of him and he says, "That wasn't funny." And he will rage.
Excellent.
He will make an attack.
With advantage, the guiding bolt.
It's true. The next attack on this is at advantage. Thank you for remembering that. I even saw the little target and I was like, I don't remember what that's for. That's a 19 to hit. He deals 9 points of slashing damage. The crag cat does not like that hit, as it hurt a lot. And that's Hiram's turn. It's now Lilith's turn. Lilith, seeing that Hiram is back on his feet, you hear her say, "Oh, no, you don't." And she runs over here. She's going to use one of her maneuvers to try and knock him prone. drawing a short sword and dagger as she runs up. She attacks. That's a 22 to hit. Okay, so she rolls damage plus the maneuver, and he has to make a strength save. Hold on. Okay, so he takes 9? No, he takes 11 points of piercing damage, halved. So he takes 5. And the strength save. He's good. He's got advantage on these because he's raging. He stays... No, he rolled an 11. He falls prone. Lilith's just too quick. She manages to get her blade up underneath his hamstring and pulls at the greave, yanking his foot out from underneath him. And she will use her two-handed fighting to make an attack with her dagger, which is at advantage because he's prone. It's a 16 to hit. He just has too much AC. Does not hit. It's now your turn.
Okay. Cure wounds on Hiram.
Hiram does not look bad.
He doesn't. Oh, he's fine.
He's taken one hit.
He's like a barbarian. He's fine. Okay. He got those 10 points in before he started raging, so that made me worried.
What 10 points?
Didn't he take 10 from the
You made it miss.
I made it miss. That's right. He's fine. I made it miss. Never mind. Sorry. I'm stressed.
It's okay.
I'm gonna yell to Tanis. Wake up, Skolna.
Okay, you have to... Oh, you're telling Tanis to do that. Okay.
Yeah, on her turn. I'm telling Tanis to do that on her turn.
All right.
And I'm at disadvantage on range if I have someone in my melee, right?
Correct.
Okay. In which case, Dissonant Whispers on Lilith, wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. She rolled an 8.
And I'm playing my harmonica, so DC 14 or 15 now.
She rolled an 8.
Excellent. She takes 13 points of psychic damage, and she has to run away, which means Hiram gets an attack of opportunity.
Okay, she's unconscious.
Excellent.
The 13 points of damage, she only had 12 hit points left from the damage that she took. She falls down.
Okay. Okay, Bardic to Tanis.
Okay. How many of those have you got left?
I've given out only one right now.
Okay.
So I have 3 left.
All right. That's your turn?
That's my turn.
It's now Skolna's turn. She's unconscious. It's now Tanis' turn. She runs over and uses an action to shake Skolna awake. Skolna is no longer unconscious. Skolna's still prone. Does Tanis have any bonus actions she can use here? I don't think so. No, she does not. She will bonus action a healing potion.
Right.
So I'll roll 2d4 plus 2. She heals for 8.
Excellent. Can she get behind cover again? Or is her movement done?
She can totally... The problem is Stoic's right there.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to leave Skolna hanging, so she will...
Yeah.
She'll move here. Alright, next. It's Sigona's turn. Sigona...
Tam looks fucked up.
Tam looks fucked up. Sigona looks at you and looks over at Stoic, and she's like, fuck! Alright! And then she runs next to you, and she will cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't say I never do anything nice.
You do so many nice things for
You
me.
heal for 12.
And everybody else. And also, dwarves are the best.
I know. Get up. You're already up. Fuck. And she heals you for 12.
This is fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
It's now Saskia's turn. I don't need this to be visible anymore. The Crag Cat will still attack the prone Hiram, because he's prone.
Oh, that's right, because Lilith knocked him down.
That is an 18 to hit, which just does not hit.
Hit. Awesome. Excellent. Love it.
And then it tries again. That's a 24 to hit.
I'll do it.
Hiram takes 6 points of slashing halved, so he takes 3. And you can kind of hear this of the crag cat, like frustrated that it cannot get through his armor in rage. It's now Nore's turn. Nore will... What will Nore do? She will dart here up close. And as she does, she's going to shape. She's going to... Oh, I'm sorry. Not going to shape. She has... That's all 30. So she's going to cast a Thunder Wave.
Oh, that's smart.
I need a con save from Hiram, Sagona, and Temerity.
Yep, this is the opportunity for that.
Yep.
Come on, good con saves, good con saves. That's not bad, 15.
As she runs up, she, like, raises her lute and strikes a really hard strum and just goes, yeah! All of you are thrown back. Let me roll the save for these two. Oh, Sagona.
Oh,
Oh, Hiram.
Dwarven Constitution.
It's not... It didn't work out. They both failed with a 10 and a 12. Okay.
God, no.
Well, there's some damage. Okay. Sagona and Hiram both take 11 points of thunder damage. You take half of that. You take 5.
5.
Sagona and Hiram are both launched back 10 feet and are knocked prone if they're not already. Sagona is knocked unconscious by that. So then that is the end of Nori's turn. It's now Stoic's turn. Stoic is going to try and put Sagolna out again. He swings his greatsword. She is prone. Attack is at advantage. Oh, he rolled real bad. That's a 16 to hit, which does hit.
Am I close enough?
You are close enough.
Yep, then we'll do it. We're going to do it. I have one spell left.
Okay, you make a miss. Which is good, because he was going to smite.
Good call. Good. Yep.
Alright. Stoic misses. It's now Halliwell's turn. Halliwell is going to surge forward a little bit, sees that you are still up between the legs of the Crag Cat, and is going to cast a firebolt at you.
Okay.
That's a natural 2. That doesn't hit anything.
Excellent.
It's now Hiram's turn. Hiram stands up. He's still raging. And he will surge forward. Swinging the longsword. Big and mean style. He doesn't like this situation. The Crackhead has an AC of like 13, and he hits it with a 19. So, yeah, he deals 12 points of slashing damage. The Crackhead only had 7 left, which means that it is destroyed. I said destroyed, not moved.
Oh, Stasia again.
And Saskia appears, and she takes the remaining 5 points of damage. And she suddenly really does not look good, and she's like, oh, shit, hello. Hiram raises the longsword in a defensive posture, but that's his turn. Lilith's unconscious. Tam, it's your turn.
Tam is gonna look really worried that he knows this is a fight, but he's gonna look really worried that Sagona went down anyway, and it's gonna take him a second, but then he's gonna come up. Can he get with the cover? Can he get over here?
You would have to climb over this one or this one, and it would require an athletics check for your move.
How like a high DC athletics check?
10.
Or
It's a DC
like
10.
we're gonna try to do it. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it.
Go for it.
That is just a 10.
That's the DC. You make it.
Just barely. And we're gonna go after Saskia with advantage with the rapier.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage with your crit.
Sorry, Saskia.
So with a crit, you rolled a 5 plus 8 is 13 plus 3 is 16 points of damage.
Non-lethal. This is non-lethal.
Yeah. So like as Saskia is like looking at Hiram, she's like, "Oh, hello." You dart over the block, and as you raise the rapier, you tip the blade up right at the last second and slam her in the back of the head with the pommel of the weapon, and she just slumps forward unconscious. She had 12 hit points, so you knock her out.
I have 2 bardics left. Skolna.
Okay, you give a bardic to Skolna.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done now.
Okay. Next, Skolna's turn. Skolna stands up, brushing herself off and looking very miffed at how everything has gone so far.
Yeah, I agree.
She bonus action disengages and whips around. She looks at Halliwell Halifeth.
Finish him off, girl.
And she says, "You put me to sleep." And Halliwell looks up and says, "There's nothing personal. And then she shoots him with the short bow. That's a 21 to hit. I think she will put him down. Okay, yeah, she did not roll a 1. She deals 8 points of piercing damage. Halliwell has 6 hit points left. Halliwell is knocked unconscious. Skolna will continue to move. Nope, she'll stay right here. And that's her turn. It's now Taunus' turn. Taunus will step out here, raise her hands, and create a 10-foot circle of grease.
Excellent.
As discussed. I will make dexterity saves for these two. Stoic falls prone.
Excellent.
He's got a -1 to his dex saves. Norre is proficient in dex saves. Norre stays on her feet. Tana, seeing her stay on her feet, frowns and she says, "Well, that's a bother." But then she runs back behind the cover. "Chase me," she says as she gets into cover. Sigona's unconscious. Saskia's unconscious. Norre's turn. Norre knows that you are on the other side of the cover from her. Knows that her allies are unconscious. And she will, without moving, she looks around the corner of the cover at you and she says, "You're still annoying." And she casts Vicious Mockery. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
God, that's so mean. 15. Yeah, but you kind of like me anyway.
With a 17, you succeed. She scowls, and then she is going to try and move at half speed to get off the grease. I still have to make a dex save. When she gets here, she falls prone. It's now Stoic's turn. Stoic will stand up. Move here. Have to make a dex save.
Grease is so good.
It's so crazy sometimes. And fall prone again. He will stand up again, but that's all of his movement. He sees you poking around the corner, and he just throws a javelin at you.
But at disadvantage, though, because he's prone?
He stood up.
Oh, that's right.
He can stand up. He just can't move now.
That's all his movement, yeah.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, go down from this fucking javelin, and I was gonna have something cool to say to Nori. Ah, god damn it.
I rolled. Okay. You take 15 points of piercing damage.
Out. I'm out.
You're out? Okay.
Yep.
Tam falls unconscious. Alright. That's Stoic's turn. It's now Halliwell's turn. He's unconscious. It's now Hiram's turn. What does Hiram do?
Hiram, let's see, where are we? Hiram, best target is Nore. Go after Nore while she's prone in the grease.
He darts over and will make an attack at advantage.
Which is what Tam was going to do, and it was going to be poetic because they're bards and they kind of are rivals a little bit.
That is a 16 to hit. Nore will parry it.
Oh man, she's so cool. She's so cool.
She will try and reduce the attack. She reduces it by 6. The attack misses.
So cool.
She's fighting for her quote-unquote life here. Next, Lois unconscious. Tam, you're unconscious. Skolna's turn. Who's this Skolna go for?
I think, with Tam's, almost unconscious, he'd be like, go, Nori, go!
Okay. Skolna would peek out around the corner, see that Nore is prone, and that she's sitting in grease, and Skolna would consider attacking Nore, and then shake her head.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Tam is unconscious. Yeah, do what you want.
She would
live your life, girl. Live your life.
Dip back behind cover. She would stealth, and then run around this side of it and make an attack at advantage on Stoic. She knows that you want Nore shot, but that is not the optimal.
It's not the optimal thing, and also Tam is unconscious.
That's a 22 to hit Stoic. That hits. Stoic takes a sneak attack from Skolna for 11 points of piercing damage.
The team is good.
And then Skolna will dip back behind cover.
Yes.
Now it is Taunus' turn. Taunus will poke her head out around the cover. You know, they've always humored about this idea, but I'm going to try it. And she will point a firebolt at the grease. She will...
I'm so sad Tam is unconscious and won't see this.
It's true. She rolls the attack on the firebolt. It only needs to hit a 10. It's an 18 to hit. It succeeds. She rolls the damage for firebolt. The way I rule... Oh, gosh. 7 points of fire damage. The way I rule flammable substances igniting, it deals the damage of the ignition source and the explosion of the conflagration. So,
that makes a lot.
It's 7 plus a d6 to everyone in the grease.
God damn.
10 points of fire damage to everyone in the grease. Stoic takes 10 points of fire damage and is immediately knocked unconscious. Nore takes 10 points of fire damage and is not immediately unconscious, but she is on fire, and she looks real bad.
Is Stoic going to be okay in the grease, though, with it on fire? Oh, no.
It does not... So, it's not like oil. Grease just... and then it's gone.
And then it's gone. Okay.
That is Taunus' turn. The grease is gone. Allow me a moment while I take care of that notification. And then Sagana is unconscious. Saskia is unconscious. Nori is prone. Nori will stand up. She looks around at her team that is bested. And to Hiram, she sets her rapier on the ground and holds her hands up. Hiram, who is raging, takes a deep breath. I'm going to roll a wisdom save for him.
Oh, no.
He is a barbarian.
He is bardic. No, does he still have bardic?
No, he used it. With a 14, he manages to calm himself down.
Okay, that's good to
And
know.
the fight ends. As the fight ends, eventually, after a minute, everyone unconscious, comes back to consciousness.
Do we win? What happened?
You see where everyone is and where everyone was. The fight has ended, and Skolna, like, is next to you. And when you ask did we win, she just nods and points. And you see Norre has thrown her rapier down as Hiram is standing next to her. His sword is away, but it's clear that Norre yielded. And as everyone wakes up, Halliwell says, "My word, what happened? I feel like I took an arrow to the face. Oh, I did."
You don't put Skolna to sleep. She doesn't like it.
"I'm sorry. It was part of the plan, and she was a great threat. And he's like kind of bumbling.
Yeah, she is. She doesn't like it. She was mad at you, and she doesn't like it. He's gonna look at Norre.
Norre
Hey,
is...
that was mean.
She tilts her head at you. What was mean?
Calling me annoying in a fight? Come on.
I had to get to you. It's vicious mockery. It's not supposed to be nice.
Yeah, but like...
Okay, if you're gonna be this soft about this sort of thing, we can't be friends.
Okay.
She just like looks at you for a long moment and shakes her head and says, "You need to grow some thicker skin."
You think I haven't?
Yes.
Cam shakes his head. Turns his back. Alright, come on, go.
Okay. Everyone on your team is still hurting. Like, everyone is not recovered yet. Do you insist that your party leave before the healing mist takes effect?
No. He'll go over to Sigona.
Okay.
And
As your group kind of gathers around you, there is some talk about how tense the fight was, how close it was at times, and Skolna still looks a little bitter about being put to sleep. As the other team kind of groups on the far side, they discuss. You can't really hear them. You imagine they're discussing what was going on their side of things.
what happened after I was out? I didn't see anything.
Well, Tana says, Norre and I think his name is Stoic, they were still in my grease, so I had considered the flammability of grease and I applied a firebolt to it. And in the explosion, the big man was taken down, and Norre saw how futile their efforts were, and she threw down her weapon.
That's so smart. That's so you.
I'm just glad it worked out. I was worried that they might get out of it.
And they didn't.
Yes. I didn't account for the big man to be quite as slow as he was. Perhaps in the future they'd be more prepared for a slippery substance.
Yeah, good for them to know. Good for us to know, too. I guess our plan didn't really work very well. I'm sorry.
I didn't account for a giant cat.
Yeah, I don't think any of us did.
Sigona says, "Well, look at us. We still won, so it still doesn't account for how adaptable we are. And, I mean, come on. That spell, that distraction spell, that proved clutch multiple times."
Yeah, it's a good spell, huh?
"Yeah." And Hiram nods, and he says, "I watched it save my ass, so thanks."
Yeah, happy to. I'm sorry. I got distracted and kind of unfocused.
Sigona, like, thumps you on the shoulder and says, "It's fine. It was a fight. Everyone's blood runs high during a fight."
Yeah, I guess. He kind of looks over his shoulder at Nori.
Roll me an insight check.
18.
Nore seems frustrated that her team lost. Even though she wasn't the team leader, you hear Stoic is talking and she is not really listening. She just looks frustrated at mostly Hallowell. You see that she is like staring daggers at the wizard, who is kind of bumbling and trying to explain why his spells missed so hard.
Can I insight him too?
Yeah. Go ahead, roll insight.
Oh, that's less good. 9. That's probably nothing.
Even Tam can see that Hallowell Halatheth is not an experienced fighter.
Okay.
He seems out of place. It's clear that he is an academic. He's not the sort to get his hands dirty, as Callie would put it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Tam will wait because I think it's like 10 minutes, right? That we have to wait for the healing mist to totally
Yes.
heal us. Around minute 8, he'll step out and go over to Stoic.
Okay. Stoic will look over and says, "Ah, well, if it isn't the other team captain. Hello again.
It was a good fight, Stoic.
It was a good fight. I'm sorry,
Oh,
what is your
really?
name?"
Tam, it's Merity.
"Tam. It is a pleasure." And he, like, whips his hand out in a handshake. And if you do reach your hand out to grab it, he, like, snatches your hand up and gives it a huge shake.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's not prepared for that and is like, whoa, okay.
Breza smiles on you. Well done.
Thanks. Yeah, it was in your thing. You almost had us.
I don't know about that. Your team was spread out in such a way I couldn't even get close. It was very frustrating. I am the sort who needs to be up in the face, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we learned some things from the face spiders and the minotaurs.
You fought phase spiders.
Yeah, last time we were in here.
Oh, last time I was here, we fought the raptors. Very different beast.
I don't know them, but they sound scary.
It was all about I be in the way, and everyone else just kind of mob around them, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that's
People fight very different from raptors.
They do. They really do. We have different tricks up our sleeves.
And Saskia looks at you and just says, "Hi.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
you're
I'm sorry I bit everybody."
no, it's okay. You were real scary as that cat.
I tried that. Folly said it would be fun. It was.
It was?
Yeah.
I'm
I don't-
Lilith, you were really scary too.
Lilith looks at you and she just, I know. It's not the first time I've gone head to head with Hiram, and it won't be the last.
I'm sure not. You seem like an even match.
Yeah. He's hard to hit, but I'm faster than him.
You are very fast. It's terrifying.
Good. And she winks. As you're, like, walking around the group, Nore will wave for you to, like, she's trying to get your attention.
Yeah?
That was smartly fought. It was well done.
Thanks. It wasn't just me.
I know, but you're team captain. So, it was your ideas.
Well, yeah, you know. My idea was mostly to try to beat up on you.
On
Because I
me?
know how scared. Well, yeah, because you had that spell on Hiram. That was really smart.
I needed him down. I was just happy that it stuck.
You kept him down for a long time. It was frustrating. He's
She
frustrated.
she kind of smirks and shrugs and says, "Sorry."
No, it's okay. Part of the fight. You did good.
Are you all right?
No,
It's not
we will be.
personal. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
She's inside checking you.
He doesn't take a hide. He does not know. He's upset.
She sighs and says, "Look, part of fighting, part of our magic is to affect the souls of people and to cut deep. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I knew that would hurt. I needed it to.
I don't know that spell.
You don't know Vicious Mockery?
No.
Okay. Well, it's a spell. It's real quick. You reach out to someone and you almost literally tug on their heartstrings and you make them hurt. And if you distract them enough, then a lot of times they can't focus when they try to attack someone.
I have a different spell. And it doesn't hurt people's feelings. And it accomplishes the same goal.
Well, we are very different flavors.
Maybe I should learn it. I don't know.
Where I'm from, hurting others is sometimes the best way to save those you care about. I'm not afraid to fight, and I'm not afraid to hurt people.
I don't get that.
Why?
I mean, because I'm not from there. I don't. I want to try to accomplish things without hurting them. It's easy to hurt people. It's hard to be kind.
My dad used to say something that meant a lot to me.
What's that?
The most value a dangerous man can be is when he never hurts anyone.
What?
She looks at you and she says, it translates better in giant. But what it means is, if you have the power to hurt people, but you don't, that worth is so much greater.
I like that.
In giant, it sounds like Dulac Erdic Corridor, which rolls off the tongue a little easier than common.
Yeah, yeah, I like that too. I'm sorry I got mad at you.
I didn't think you were taking it personal.
I It's frustrating to remember that you have to learn lessons more than once. I thought, you know, I was all battle hardened and stuff because of what happened a couple weeks ago. And I guess I still gotta work on it.
You don't want to be battle hardened. Scars are not fun, Tam. You don't want them. When things stop hurting, it just means that you don't feel as much. That's not good.
But you told me to grow a thicker skin.
Grow a thicker skin to these mock battles in the training room. Look, if we're gonna be friends, I'm gonna fuck with you. Okay? I'm going to say shit that might hurt your feelings on the quick. But if you have a thicker skin, then you could see them for the humor that they are. Because I'm fucking funny. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. You are. You are. Yeah. You're very funny. And you're really good with all the instruments, and especially that drum.
I'm really good with 3 instruments. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I said all the instruments.
You're gassing me up and I don't like it.
I'm
Look,
sorry.
stop being just Nore like holds her hands up and is like, just shut the fuck up for a second, okay? You guys did solid. You beat us. Accept that for what it is.
Okay. We should spar next time, just you and me.
You remember how I said we're different flavors,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want to be my flavor.
I can be your friend without being your flavor.
Right, but if we're sparring and you're going to focus on being the protector who helps all your friends, and I'm going to focus on being a blade maiden.
Yeah, that's okay. I can protect myself too, you know.
Okay. Then when we cross blades next, there's no more getting your feelings hurt, okay?
Okay.
She holds out her hand.
I take it. Shake.
She yanks you into a warrior's hug where she tucks your hand up against her abdomen and slams her hand on your back.
I'm gonna murmur in her ear. I know you're the real team captain.
She laughs and she says, Stoic would never let that be true. I have a temper. He doesn't.
Okay. Yeah, but in this battle, in this fight.
Sure. And she, like, shakes her head and laughs. And as that happens, Stoic comes around and he says, So, you beat us, which means drinks are on the victors, yes?
I was gonna say the opposite thing should be true.
I don't know about that. You humiliated us. We need some, restitution. Maybe a
You're
few
not
alcohol.
You're not humiliated, but first round's on me.
I will take this trade, yes. To the merry guard!
There's our...
And then everyone slowly, begins to cheer up a little bit. Except Sagona, who says, Fucking finally!
On the way out, I want to just tap Hollowell on the shoulder and say, hey.
Hey. Hello? Yes, hello.
Hey, you
I
did
don't...
great.
I appreciate your saying so. I really only had the one trick, and after that it all kind of went downhill for me, but I appreciate the kind words.
You'll get more tricks. That's why we're here. And also, I had not been in very many fights before practicing, and I got better.
Well, you make a good point.
It's okay if you came here to study, thinking about studying something else more than this. I did too.
Well, do you have any advice for when a rogue is angry at you and tries to put an arrow in your back?
I mean, mostly pray.
Right. Okay, to
not
which
a
god,
lot-
maybe?
Yeah, well, the fiddler's mine, and I recommend him highly. But, you know, probably Magos for you, actually, would make more sense.
Perhaps,
But,
yes.
I mean, you know, sometimes you just can't outwit the rogue, and you have to do something else.
Right. Perhaps an invisibility spell. Or something.
Or, yeah, sure. Or, you know, get your friends to come and help you.
I'm not so good at the making of friends thing.
Well, that's a skill too.
I am often told that I seem condescending and arrogant. I don't mean to. I don't always think from other people's perspectives so well.
You're an elf from KO. I get it.
Is it so obvious?
Oh yeah, you told me. Remember I gave you that little treat?
Oh, yes, I did forget. Thank you for that reminder. Um,
No, that's okay. I mean, I know a lot of elves from KO. They're um they know a lot of things.
I would hope
And
so, with that much history and the.
sometimes when you live that long and you know that much, you forget what it's like to not live as long and to not know as much. Maybe.
You make you make a sound point. I shall ruminate on this. Perhaps over a glass of wine, which you did say was on you, yes?
Yeah, it's on me. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. I will be happy to accompany.
And we drink.
You and the rest of your team, along with the enemy team, all head to the Merry Guard.
How much gold am I out?
Well, so you're buying the first round for everyone, which is basically going to be about 3 gold.
Oh, that's totally doable.
Yeah, everyone's just getting ale, with the exception of Halliwell, who does uh, order the fancier wine. But even then, it's still not that expensive per glass. So,
Excellent. Totally doable.
and now that you finish your scrimmage, and it's the afternoon, is there anything you wish to do before we close?
Well, I would eventually go to Zurich because I imagine there's a bunch of people there still.
Yes, there
Um,
is.
there are. I did have, let's see, what did I have on my, I have a
I
little
believe
list
you
of
burned
it.
all your spell slots, unfortunately.
I still have, I have one Cure Wounds and I have one Bardic
Okay.
left. I have a free Cure Wounds that I was going to use on myself, but then I went down instead.
Yes.
Um,
Death will often hamper those
yeah,
plans.
right. But there's I did want to follow up on if there's time at the end of the afternoon. Last session, Sigona said that she could get me fitted for a breastplate.
Yes. Okay. Yes. You and Sagona, after you spend some time in the afternoon drinking, everyone parts their ways as they have different things they have to accomplish, and you and Sagona head to speak with Seka. Seka is the half orc blacksmith that is responsible for the outfitting of, well, everyone. All of the equipment that the Merryguard uses is made by Seka or is provided by Seka. Allow me a moment while I clean up a little bit here. The only two on stage at the moment are Sagona and Tam. As you head over to the blacksmith's, you see it is a small stable-like building with a like an actual house that the blacksmith shop is built off of. And inside the blacksmith shop, it is mostly open air, but there are 2 complete walls that are lined with tool racks and weapon racks and dummies that are lined with armor, and a massive, almost armoire-like wardrobe that is closed up. And as you approach, Seka, the half-orc blacksmith, looks up and says, "Afternoon. How can I help you
Afternoon.
two?" And Sagona
Wow.
says, "We're here to outfit my bard friend here with some medium armor. What you got in stock?"
I'm not very good at it. I need some help to learn.
Seka, just raises a hand and says, "That's fine. You have to start somewhere. All right. Let's see how much you can handle first. What's your strength score?"
Double check. I think it's +1. Indeed, it is +1. It's third. Oh no, with modifiers +1, it's 13. My strength is.
What's your dex score?
My dex score is 16.
Okay. As she is basically like sizing you up, Seka says, "You are aware that you're not going to be as nimble in medium armor as you would be otherwise.
Yes.
This doesn't bother you."
Um, should it? Is it gonna help me be hardier, like Sagona said?
It'll certainly make you tougher to hit.
That would be good. I would like that.
Uh, she seems to size you up, and she says, "Are you concerned about making noise while being stealthy?"
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
not very good at it, and I'm trying to be better at it.
All right, then let's see. You stand still right here, and she
Okay.
begins to fit you with armor. You are fitted with like sleeves and a chain shirt that's oiled, and it's pretty quiet as you're wearing it over like what's like a leather jack. And then that doesn't seem so bad. And then she takes this metal plate and she presses it right up against your chest. And as she does the leather fittings, she's like taking measurements, and it really hurts right on your collarbone. And she says, "All right, that's wrong." And she takes it off. There's some banging on the anvil, and then she puts it on. And over the next 20 minutes, she fits this breastplate to fit your chest. And after a while, she holds it out to you, and she says, "This will do the trick. It's a breastplate. You wear it over that chain and jack. You will need to train, though. You're not going to be so comfortable with it for a while."
Okay. Do I train by just wearing it, or is there something specific I have to do?
You have to, and so this is where Sagona says, I'll show you how to handle that. You perform these exercises. You go through these forms of, tumbling and climbing and make sure you can work with it until it no longer bothers you. You'll get used to the weight and how it limits your movement. And I'll show you if you follow me.
Okay.
And so
Yeah.
you can add a breastplate to your inventory,
Amazing.
and you begin to work on medium armor proficiency.
Tam is quietly very happy to have homework.
Okay.
Sorry, Tally.
I need you to roll me. I need you to roll me athletics. I need 3 athletics rolls.
Okay. +2 in this. Oh, but that's a natural 20. That's nice.
That's 2 successes. I only need 1 more roll.
That's 17.
Your first day training with medium armor, you get the feel for this. This couldn't be so bad. You feel remarkably hardy and safe as Sagona's like doing these test forms with you, and then she takes a wooden mallet and just boom, like slams you right in the center of the chest of the breastplate. And the armor, you didn't feel a thing. And
Whoa.
you kind of get this feeling of power, of immortality from taking such a heavy blow and it not mattering.
Wow.
And Sagona says, "All right, now you just get used to that and using it to your advantage. You could even use it as a weapon in certain cases. You just get used to it. You're wearing metal."
Wow.
Of course,
So
especially...
it's like a built-in shield.
Exactly. And when you're wearing gauntlets, if you need to, you can throw quite the punch. You get used to it,
Yeah. Man, you feel like this all the time?
Oh, yeah. I learned to wear plate when I was a little girl.
A girl? Like 10?
I've had my first plate when I was 4, so...
A 4? Oh my gosh. No wonder you think dwarves are just like the hardiest, never gonna die people.
Am I not wrong?
Apparently not. If you're wearing this when you're 4.
Oh, that's child's play. Wait until... And she, wraps the heavy... She's wearing half plate, so it's basically full plate armor that's just missing, the joint block on the knees and the legs. She's wearing basically just plate mail, and she just
Wait, but
rattles it.
How do you hug people though? He's gonna try to he's putting his arms out trying to how do you can't hug people.
Yes, you can. You can do anything you can do without it on.
But you can't get you have
That's what the training's for, you numpty. You just get used to it.
Okay.
Look, here's proof. And she walks up to you and scoops you up in a bear hug, and you are thoroughly wrapped around the waist and lifted off the ground by
Okay,
Sagona.
you can. Okay, you can hug. Okay,
You just have to mean it.
Okay, I like it.
And she sets you back
good.
down.
I like it.
Now, in your own missions, until you're used to wearing it, you don't want to try... You want to avoid wearing this until you're ready for it. You understand?
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
if you
'cause
try and
also-
do things... You won't be able to cast spells. It'll be weird.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, makes sense.
She
Wow.
smiles.
I
Looks good.
I think it does, doesn't it?
Now, the
Yeah.
breastplate that you've been fitted with is a second-hand. It's been through a lot. It's one of Sekka's basically like, this is what I train people with. It is a
Yeah.
serviceable breastplate, but it is dented and scratched, and the enamel is
wheels.
chipped in a lot of places. It still has the
wheels.
Marigard paisley on it, but it is not pretty.
Tam thinks it's gorgeous
Okay.
because it's his, and he likes to have homework.
All right. And
Cool.
so, as you begin training to wear medium armor, and you visit Zurich's,
Yes. We'll get out of the medium armor first. and
Okay.
then go to Zurich.
as you head to Zurich's, I need you to roll me a D100.
Okay. Ah! I accidentally closed the foundry. Sorry. Let me actually roll you this D100 first. Foundry, come back. Sorry.
It's okay. No worries.
End of session here. Okay. It's joining. It's gonna take its time. But I can maybe roll it. Okay, I'm rolling D100 on, that's a 3. I rolled it on D&D Beyond while Foundry is getting its act together. But it is 3 for...
3. Okay. It is actually a fairly quiet evening. There are a few soldiers, but it is not nearly as crammed as it has been the last few nights. The few soldiers that are there are the ones that require more care from previous services by Zurich. And so you are handling more the conversations with them to keep them feeling comfortable and the occasional patient from around Ferrum itself. As such, you only earn about 8 gold today.
That covers it, though.
The evening passes slowly. It's more relaxed than you're used to around here from the last week.
Okay, that's good news.
It's news of a kind. And as we reach the end of Zurich's, of the Physicary, that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Excellent. Oh man, what a battle.
That was intense. Thank you for playing with me, and to all those watching at home, we love you, and I can't wait to see you next week. Goodbye!